Hello, Geminis. So, the first message that I have out here is going to apply to just a few, but I feel like the energy is coming out quite strong, mainly because it deals with a situation where you are trying to talk to somebody, you're trying to like hash things out with somebody, you're trying to get to the truth or get a conversation going with somebody. And I feel like the other person is either not listening or they are conflict avoidant and they're trying to dodge or to become evasive. Okay. So I feel like for some of you, you might just be trying to engage with them in a conversation. And they feel like, oh no, I feel like they sense that you have other motives, even though you might not. And so they're trying to just, preliminarily just say that, oh, they're not available to talk. And so it's like playing phone tag with somebody, but it seems like they are strategic because they don't want to to engage in a conversation. So I feel that energy coming through, and I feel like it's upsetting some of you. My advice here is that the way that this person behaves is they're saying to pick your battles. Okay, so they're saying to pick your battles, and they're saying that this person as well, they don't like to dwell on the same things. They like to just bring everything out in the open at one time, and then after whether or not it's resolved, just quash it and just squash it and just let it go. They don't want to like re-engage and talk about the same things over and over and over and over again. They don't want to dwell on things. So that's my advice for dealing with this person. I feel like I do see frustration coming through for many of you. And if you're dealing with this, if you're dealing with this person, and I feel like it's in a family capacity for many of you. And I feel like, you want to talk things out. They feel like you're being confrontational and then they don't want to engage. And it's like you're just left wondering, I didn't do anything. What's going on? So I feel like, take a step away from it. Okay. Re-engage in a different time whenever they're ready. They're gonna reach out and they're gonna have that discussion with you. So I feel like there is going to be communication from them, but they want it to happen on their own time when they're emotionally and mentally ready. So just take a step away from this. Do not let it eat you at you. Just take a deep breath and step away. Okay, and just push it in the back of your mind so that you're not dwelling on it. I don't feel you're doing anything wrong, but you feel that you are, and I feel like the fact that the other person doesn't want to open up that portal of communication, it makes you feel almost as if I didn't do anything wrong. Why would they do that to me? Well, they're dealing with their own stuff, and it's really important for you to pick your battles, okay? So leave this alone, re-engage when they're ready, and things will be okay. The overwhelming message that I'm seeing here is, that whole concept about there are certain things that are outside of our control. And if we keep picking at it, if we keep trying to fix it, it's not going to afford us the outcome that we want. So you want to be very mindful about where you are channeling your energy, because I see there are a lot of projects that needs to be done. There are a lot of things that you're looking at right now, and I feel for many of you, clients that you want to take on, you're doing a lot of assessment when it comes to people that you want to trust or to entrust responsibilities to. So I feel an element of you in a position of power where you have, the ability to delegate. And so I feel that it's in your best interest right now to focus on practical responsibilities, which is also something that I mentioned to Aquarius. So maybe it's an air sign thing. So don't get scattered. Don't get sucked into situations that you can't change, especially if it pertains to, dealing and negotiations with other people, or even just wanting to get a word in with another person. Just be mindful about that. What I'm also feeling is a harmony being restored in relationships, okay? And I feel it's greatly with family members and people that you consider family. So old friends, acquaintances as well. I feel like they're coming through to either, I'm seeing like they're saying congratulations. So many of you might have had a recent promotion, or if you're waiting on a promotion, I feel like something is coming through in the works for you. It looks for very, very promising. So I do sense for many of you, it's indicating that there will be contracts, negotiations being finalized. I do see trips being taken as well towards the end of this month. And I do feel like they're saying a trip taken into a warmer climate where you are coming across like either a trip taking with like somebody that you really care about. It could be family or it could be a loved one, but I see you and another person, and I see you meeting somebody that you haven't seen in a long time. So a very, very good trip to rejuvenate the soul. Okay, so if there has been some frustrations, it's going to start to clear up. And so take the time and devote your energy to things that you can change. Okay, so I do feel here a child, a fire sign child, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. And I do feel almost as if it's almost like for some of you they could be, living with you, and now they're ready, so they're flying the nest, they're leaving the nest, and they're venturing out into this new phase in their life. And I feel like there's this bittersweet kind of like a parting. Okay, so a departure from your home or departure from your life. So I feel like they're spreading their wings and they're flying out. And if you have had, quarrels with them concerning independence, concerning not wanting them to leave, I feel like, this is a good 2 weeks for you to accept the fact that they are, getting older and they need to live life on their own. So, just try to release that relationship in a good way. Okay, so don't overpower. Just let them know that they have a home to come to no matter what. And so I feel like some empty nesters are kind of like dealing with that bittersweet separation. What I'm also feeling as well is harmony, like I said, being restored in relationships. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with you guys coming to terms with the fact that there are some things that you're not going to be able to change. And there are some people who are very, very fixed and stubborn in their ways. And even if they're confronted with the facts, they might not change their mind because they're so deeply entrenched in their way of thinking, in their logic. And admitting that you're right might overturn everything that they're raised to believe in. And I feel like you're coming to terms with that, and you're kind of like, walking away from it with a smirk, knowing that, oh, that's just the way that they are. I can't fix them. But I feel like you're picking your battles. You're being more cautious about where you're giving your energy away, where you're devoting your energy, which is a really good thing that I like to see for you. You tend to be a little bit scattered, Geminis, but I feel like for the next 2 weeks, you are going to be a lot more deliberate and directed when it comes to, where you're giving your time, where you're giving your power away, and to withdraw and gain back your power. Okay. In work, I do see a lot of people overseeing projects, delegating, figuring out, tying up loose ends, figuring out where mistakes are so that you can fix it. So I do feel like a very good energy coming through in support of work, of like making compromises with other people, as well as they're saying like learning through trial and error, and also learning through collaborations and learning through other people. So very good energy for you guys. I do wish you the best. Take care of yourself, and I'll be back for the April reading. Bye bye.